Hello, movie friends. Well, I just saw Marty Supreme, directed by Josh Safdie, and I can't stop thinking about, we'll say, three things. So Marty Supreme stars Timothee Chalamet, Odessa Ozian, Gwyneth Paltrow, others, and it's the story of a 1950s New Yorker who sells shoes, but he has an obsession with success at table tennis, and this kind of pulls him into getting into all kinds of sticky situations constantly. Which leads me to the first thing I can't stop thinking about, which is the tension. Highly tense throughout. Just nonstop tension. It's easy to connect the dots to Uncut Gems since Josh Safdie and his brother directed that film, which is constant tension. Now it's enjoyable to a certain degree, and there were moments of brilliance in this. I thought all the acting was fantastic. I thought everything was really good. It's just that the tension and the way that the tension happens kind of puts it in the category of films that I like, but I'll probably never watch again. Do you know what I mean? Like I haven't watched Uncut Gems again. I just can't go through that ride. You know what I mean? It's tense. It's like you're watching characters like saying to yourself like, "Oh, please don't do this." No. Every 5 minutes, it seems like every 5 minutes, but you know, it's good. It's good conflict. But there were times, admittedly, that I'm watching the story and I'm thinking, I really want this to be an inspirational success story. But it just doesn't do that. And that's fine. It's not my story. It's not my film. But it's those kinds of films make me want to watch them again, you know? And it's not like tension itself causes me not to watch films multiple times. Dark Knight has plenty of tension. Heat has plenty of tension, and so on. But there's something about them that, and maybe I'm being too harsh on Marty Supreme. Maybe I'll see it and I'll watch it again, and I'll start to adapt to its energy and tune into the frequency of that in Uncut Gems. You know, sometimes that happens where I don't quite pick up on the pacing and the energy of a filmmaker's work. It happens later on multiple viewings. It's totally possible. But the tension is a little much. There were moments, like at the beginning particularly, where I thought, oh, I think it's Christmas Eve. I think I could be witnessing one of the great ones here. And it was very enjoyable, but maybe a little too tense for me. All right, the second thing I can't stop thinking about is the music. The dichotomy, or you taking music from the 80s, Tears for Fears, opens and ends with Tears for Fears. When it started, you have the Tears for Fears song Change, that little xylophone or marimba or whatever it is playing, and you're watching this character, Timothée Chalamet's character, moving in the streets and going through things. Just that moment, I thought, oh my God, I might be witnessing one of the great ones here. Weirdly, the music works. It shouldn't work, right? Like it reminded me, it didn't remind me like as in terms of a likeness, but just other movies that use it, like Moulin Rouge with Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman, Kirsten Dunst in the movie about the French Marie Antoinette. Then I think they used like modern music to that. I'm not against it. I'm not saying it didn't work in those films either. I have to go back and watch. It definitely works in Marty Supreme, but I find it strange that it does work, but it did. I guess it's 60s and 80s are not that different necessarily in terms of time, but culturally they do seem different. It seems like if anybody else did this, it would be jazz. But I appreciated the fact that it was Tears for Fears and other, modern music. It's just strange that it worked. I just can't stop thinking about the fact that it worked. Okay, so the last thing that I can't stop thinking about after seeing Marty Supreme is the scene at the end with him and the baby. Wow, he's a good actor. Now, I saw that, I kept thinking, this is a really powerful moment where he's seeing the baby. You almost get the sense that he's going to get his shit together. He's not. But for a moment, you think that. They're just going to go back. I don't think people change as much as they think they're due or going to when something big happens to them. Do you think? I don't really think so. I think you win the lottery and you pretty much, after 6 months, the same person you always were. Same thing with everything else, I think. It might change your habits. It might change your perspective on things, but I don't know if it gets to the core of who you are as much as we think it does. But all these things are going through my head as I'm watching him react to the baby. But then after thinking about it for a while, I started to wonder if maybe, is he reacting so emotionally to the baby because he recognizes that it's not his? Is that possible? I've seen other people comment that, I'd have to go back and watch, but does the baby look like him or does it look like the husband? Now, the character that, is it Odessa Zion plays, she did lie about the black eye. And the thing I loved about her character was that as she was rolling with him, you started to get the sense, oh, she's a bit of a hustler too, which I think is fun. Which also means that she could be hustling him on this. I don't know. That would be an amazing take if it wasn't his kid and he's having that emotional, like, oh my God, thank God. Because I can't stop doing what I'm doing. Like, I got to ping pong till I die, you know. So anyway, that's something that I can't stop thinking about. I don't know. What do you think? I'd love to know what you think. Those are pretty much all the thoughts I had about Marty Supreme. I'm not sure how to think about it. I do think there are going to be nominations from this film. And by the way, let me give a shout out to Gwyneth Paltrow. Fantastic. She's so beautiful and talented, and beautiful and talented. But like, I love seeing people get this sort of renewed sense of, I don't know, energy and appreciation. And I don't know what she's been doing for so long other than Goop. Maybe she's been behind the camera, maybe she's been doing stuff, but I haven't seen anything. So it's nice to see her back. I thought she was fantastic. She's so great in everything she does. One of my favorite actresses from the 90s. So it was good to see her back. Let me know what you think. Do you have any thoughts about the baby thing, or is there anything else that I missed? I would say I forgot to mention about the dog. I don't know why the dog was so big. Was it just kind of to give him an opportunity to show how fucked up he gets into these situations? Maybe a little too long on the dog. I don't know. Everything's too long nowadays. But what did you think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did I say anything here that connected with you? I want to hear what you have to say. Let's talk about it in the comments. Marty Supreme. I thought it was good. I think there'll be nominations. I probably won't watch it again. 2 tenths.